Hey guys, how's it going? This is Christopher John Hill, and today we have another gold farming video for you in Guild Wars 2. So today I'm basically going to be showing you not only the total makeover for Logan Thackeray, which looks pretty good, not too bad if I do say so myself. Looks very similar to the original, sitting right on the right hand side of me. So without further ado, let's get started, and I'll show you one of the best surprises I found just recently in the game. Hi guys, how's it going? Here we are on the map, and we are on the Blaze Ridge Steps. And this is the waypoint, which is called the Guardian Stone Waypoint. So the reason we're here is a very important reason. I'm going to show you in just a second, and we're going to get right to it. Here we go. So basically, near this waypoint, you sometimes have a rich iron vein, which is always worth going for. And right after that, we have a farming path, which I'm going to show you, which is going to give you a lot of the good stuff. Guys, seriously, I came across this not too long ago after scouting the map out, and I was very impressed with it. I was very happy, and it's going to make you guys a lot more gold as well. And it doesn't matter if you have a lot of characters or if you have a few. It can be quite profitable regardless. So what we're going to do is head down to the section of the water here as a reference point. And now what you're going to do is take these guys out right here. And you may be thinking, okay, so why are we taking the ghosts out? Because they give you something very valuable, which is, of course, the dust. Lots of dust. Sometimes they give you a lot, and sometimes they give you a little, but the more you do it, the more dust you're going to get, and the more gold you're going to make. And this farming path I came across not long ago. I was pleasantly surprised by it. I was like, wow, this is actually not too bad. You actually make quite a bit of dust here, and you don't have to go around in circles either. This can be part of the farming route, also for getting a hold of the seeds. So you guys are basically maximizing the amount of money, the amount of gold you're going to be making in the game. And of course, the more characters you have doing this, the more you're going to make. And I would also recommend using classes such as the Thief, because you can just use dual pistols and wipe out everything very fast. I mean, you can use Warriors, Guardians, and all the other classes as well, but it's always going to take you a little bit longer to get through them. But once you get through them, you get a lot of the good stuff. I mean, you get both piles of dust, the luminous, as well as the radiant, I believe. Let me just check that for you. Yes, luminous and radiant. So these guys always drop both. You're always going to get some, and it's always going to pay off in the long run, as well as the short term as well, especially if you're short on getting any silver and gold. So there we go. Took them out. You may be thinking, okay, so you've taken all the ghosts out just about. What else is there around here? I'll show you in just a second. Yeah. As you can see, there's actually quite a few of them here hidden away. More than you would think. So you have two options to get up at the top there. You can either fly up, or you can just run straight ahead. And there's more ghosts up here. So you can take these guys out as well. And as soon as I do, I will show you exactly how much dust I've accumulated on just one character alone. As I said, guys, I came across this particular farming path not long ago just by scouting out the map, trying different things out to see if it would be worthwhile, and I was pleasantly surprised. So there you go, took them all out. And in case you're wondering why my arm is looking like that, it's because it's a legendary I've got on. And that one I got a little while back. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's have a look at what we got in our inventory. So we made 5 piles of radiant dust and 3 piles of luminous dust. And the more characters you have, of course, the more of that you're going to get one farming run after another. So we're going to go to the trading post and have a look at how much of those are worth if you get like 250 of them, which is basically one stack. Just to see exactly how much gold you can make. There you go. That's 18 gold if you get 250 of that. And on this one, I believe it's going to be similar. Not too far off. Let's have a look. There you go, 15 gold. So, those two are definitely worth going, and I highly recommend getting that waypoint that I started at to make your way up to where the seeds are, and then grabbing these mature herbs to get the mint seeds. And I've noticed the price of these have actually increased again, which is good for you guys, because, of course, what you're after is more silver, more gold. Yep, it's almost back up to 20 silver per seed, and that is very good for everybody. And as I said, if you guys want to sell it at the higher price, definitely put it closer to the 20 silver, because it's going to keep the price up. If you quick sell it, you're going to make a quick profit, but you're always going to make more money in the long run if you hold off a little bit and just let it sell by itself. But it's up to you. It's entirely up to you. You can do it either way you want. Doesn't matter. Alrighty, so now I'm going to show you the next area, which I'm going to be moving on to now. Okay guys, here we are on a familiar map. And this is the Jaka Itzel Waypoint. It is on the Verdant Brink map. The reason I brought you here is I just quickly wanted to show you the farming spot for the flax, which was mentioned in the previous video. I mean, most people know this is down here, but for any new players that don't know, I'll just quickly show you where it is. You just fall straight down, all the way down to the bottom here. And here's the spot right here. I already collected these earlier, so they're already gone. But this is the spot. Everyone likes to leave their characters here and just farm away. It's quick, it's fast, efficient, and it makes you probably about 30 gold per day on about 70 characters if you have all the money, the flax. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next spot. Okay, here we are on the next map. This one, of course, is the Tangled Depths. So this map is just adjacent to the Orc Basin, and the reason I'm here is to show you another flax farming spot, but this one's a little bit different to the one you saw previously on the previous map. I'm going to show you exactly why that is, and why it's worth coming to this one. I mean, each of them have their pros and cons as to why you should be on one map or another, and I'll show you what those pros and cons are in just a second. And the easiest way to get up here, of course, is to use your mounts if you have them. But if you don't, then you have to use the old-fashioned way, which is the gliders, to get up here. Okay, so basically we're at the top now. And up here we have a chest, which is right next to the vista. So it's always worth grabbing that. So we got that, and that gives you the ley line crystals. So now we're going to fly across over here, where there is another chest. And this will give you even more loot and map currency, which is always great to have. Because this currency is one of the more difficult ones to get hold of. Well, it is for me on this map because this map is so huge and there's a lot of enemies around. And, it's a very deadly map for those that have ventured through it for the first time. And very complex as well if you don't know where you're going yet. I still get lost on this map sometimes, to be honest. Okay, so once you grab that, head back across to the vista, and then head straight ahead, past these bushes, and then you should have a entrance right around here. Yep, there it is. And sometimes there's some frogs here, you can just bypass them, go right past. Don't worry about them. And then you have another 2 chests right here, which is great. And if anyone can guess, before I say it, what kind of build do you think I have on me right now? I mean, honestly. Because some people might think it's a Berserker build. I'm like, no, it's not. You'd be wrong. It's not a Berserker build. It's doing a reasonable amount of damage too, as you can see. I'm wiping stuff out pretty easily, and it's not really affecting me too badly. Of course, you have to take all the enemies out in order to loot these chests, and they can come at you from every direction. But the build I've got basically specializes in healing, toughness, and of course power, which is great for survival. So if you want a guardian that can go around and basically just loot just about anything, then I would recommend going for that. So we have the flax over here, but of course it is guarded by many of these creatures, which is the wyverns. So usually these are protected fairly well, but there's always a lot of players running around here, which makes it easier to collect the flex itself, which is great for us. At the moment I don't have my item booster on because it wore off, and I should have had my Omni bar on, which gives you like 40% or 30 or 40% more gold per kill when they drop gold, or silver, sorry. But yeah, I would highly recommend putting those on as well if you're going to farm any enemies along the way. Okay, so now that we're done here, we're going to be moving on to the next one. Okay, this map is of course Draconis Mons, and we are at the Mariner landing waypoint. So I'm just going to quickly get you guys up to the top and show you where the last remaining flex farm is. Each of these areas, each of these flex farms, they have their own pros and cons. The one on the verdant brink, I think it is, that one is the safest one to farm because you don't really have any enemies attacking you very much, if at all. The second one I showed you, it's got all those wyverns around, but you have the chests. And on this one, you have a couple of veterans that are protecting the flex farms themselves. So once we get there, I'll show you what's around it, what's worth going for, and whether or not you think it's a good spot or not. It's entirely up to you guys which one you go for. You can mine or harvest all 3 spots, or you can just stick with one. So basically it's just below this cliff facing right here. So we're going to have a look at the map right there. Yep, so we go straight down. And it should be a little bit around the corner here. I think it's directly ahead. Yep, there you go. It's these larvas that always give it away. Oh, grubs, sorry. Grubs give it away every single time, the entrance to it. So we're going to head straight in. There's the flex farm, and as you can see, there is a grub gobbler here. So this can create problems for people if it's spawning in at the time. However, I have a pretty decent build, healing build. Let's put it to the test, see how it does, and see if I survive. Because other people are wiping it out as well, which is always great. So as you can see, my build's not too bad. It's actually lasting against this thing, which is pretty good. So I'm taking him out, not too difficult. There you go, done. So once he's dead, you can just go and collect the flex now. He'll spawn in every once in a while at random, but other players are usually around, and you can take him out pretty fast. Otherwise, there's usually just one veteran or another, like a cave bat and a grub that appear here. But they're not too difficult to take out either, especially if you have a pretty good build, pretty solid build. I'll show you the stats for this build in just a second, so if you guys want to copy this build, you can. It's one of the better builds I've made, for sure. It's great for groups, it's great for individuals who just want to wander around and kill stuff. And up here, of course, you have the more grubs, mithril. Sometimes you have orichalcum up here, other times not. But when there is orichalcum up here, it's definitely worth going for. At the moment, we don't have any of it. So, yeah, it's hit and miss. It just depends on the map you guys are on as to whether or not something will spawn or not. Okay guys, in case you were wondering what stats I have on my character, it is the power, toughness, and healing, and that is on the armor. You have the superior rune of durability times 6, which of course gives you 10% maximum health, nearby allies gain protection, regeneration, and resistance for 1 second. 3 seconds and 1 second. On the sword, you have precision, vitality, and healing, superior sigil water, and in case anyone was wondering, we have the Binding of Vipos for the legendary, precision, power, and healing on that, plus the increased critical hit chance. As for our stats, we have 1843 for the power, 1893 for the toughness, 1200 vitality, and of course we have 1110 healing power. And for the critical chance, if you put Fury on, you're going to have a 46% chance of dealing a critical hit, which isn't bad. So yeah, this is a great build for anyone that wants to have a good survival build that can help groups out. And I'll just quickly show you the traits as well, just so you can have a quick look at that, just for a second. Of course, it's the virtues. We have the bottom one, you have the middle one, and usually I have this one on, which is the battle presence when I'm in a group of people. At the moment, I have the permitting wrath. We have radiance down the bottom, and down the bottom. As for the last one, we have valor, middle, down the bottom, and middle. That's just for anyone that wants to have a look at that. Okay, so we're going to head on to the next map now. Okay guys, we are now on the Ember Bay map. And this is part of the Living Story, I believe, which is at the promontory waypoints. And we usually have a petrified stump here, which is always worth grabbing, because you can buy some ascended trinkets from the vendors nearby. And the reason we're on this map is for one reason in particular, or well, actually two reasons. So those reasons are as follows. Basically, you head into the water, you find out exactly where the resources are at, and then you can do the same for every character that you use. And essentially what we're after is the coral. This is another map for people that want to slow things down a bit, be a bit more cruisy, take your time to enjoy the landscape and not have to worry about too many enemies. So you'll find a lot of stuff around this map to grab. On the shorelines, you'll find a lot of stuff in the water. And it's basically a map which I've always enjoyed coming to myself. I mean, you can always go to Siren's Landing if you want the coral to be more clumped up together, but I always enjoy coming here every time. Also, you have a node of seaweed down the bottom of this map, which is always worth grabbing, especially if you want to put a glyph on, like if you want to get Unbound Magic, or if you want to put the Watch Night glyph on. It's entirely up to you. This map, sometimes it has the corals really close together, and other times they're really spread out far apart. But, as I said, it's more of a map for people that want to just enjoy their farming and just relax and take it easy, basically. So down here, right down the bottom middle of the map, you have the seaweed. So you guys can grab that. You can put whatever glyph you want to put on. You can grab that anytime you want. And if you're on this map, I always recommend swinging by there, just for the heck of it. And sometimes you get mussels, sometimes you get coral, sometimes mithril, and sometimes more petrified wood and ancient wood on the shoreline. It just depends on the instance of the map that you've got and how lucky you are. But yeah, as I said, it's for people that want to take things a bit more easy. This is definitely the map for you. If you want to go really fast, then the maps I showed you before are the ones I would definitely recommend. Okay, so now that I've showed you this map, I'm going to head on and do the Total Makeover. Okay guys, here we are in the Total Makeover section for Logan Thackeray. And I will admit, he looks pretty good, especially with the outfit on, I will admit. Alrighty, so here we go. As for the height, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 from the top, so basically go down 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. And for the physique, we have all the way to the left and the bottom right. As for the skin color, it'll be the mid 1. Onto the heads, it is all the way to the left and 1 to the right. So there you have it there. And as for the hair, let's have a quick look for it, see where it is. Okay, so it's basically just below that one and right above that one. There it is. As for the hair color, I believe it was one of the original hair colors. Yes, terracotta. There you go. Good color. As for this one, it doesn't really matter. I just put mate. And for the facial hair, it'll be the top left-hand corner. For the face details, it'll be in the middle, to the left, left, and to the middle. And then left, left, and left. As for the eye color, I believe I put verdant. But you guys can put whatever you like. I think that was pretty close to what he was. And as for the nose, it's to the right, to the right, to the left, and the left. For the mouth, it's to the left, and to the right. And for the chin and jaw, to the middle, to the right, to the middle, and slightly to the right. So guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing the Total Makeover, because it took me a lot of kits on this one as well. It was very difficult to get it right. And we're going to go and make one final comparison. So let's just go there now. So guys, here it is. This is Logan Thackeray. I hope you like him. And he looks pretty spot on with the original one, as you can see. Very close indeed. Not far off at all, if at all. Honestly, I can't see a real difference between the two, besides the outfit. I mean, I have the original outfit as well, which I can show you. One second. Let's just put that on for you. There you have it. Firstly, I think it looks better with the outfit on. This is the old armor, of course. So let's just put that back on and have a look. And of course, there you go. Looks great. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to comment. And also keep in mind, I'm a writer on Amazon. I just started a new series of books. It's called Unlimited Code 01. And if you're a fan of books such as Darling in the Franxx, 02, then that is the one to definitely have a look at. Alright guys, until next time, I hope you take care and stay safe. See you later.